Hello, shoddy bays. Hello, shotties. Hello, bays. And hello to the shoddy bays. Yeah, again, I hated that a lot, but here we are. And here I am. And this is Brain Dump. What? No way! The podcast that I tuned into, I didn't even know what it was. What? Now I do? This is Brain Dump. I'm Nicole, your host, and Brain Dump is a podcast. Brain Dump is a podcast where I have to stop talking so that my cat can take a shit because the litter box is right off camera. So give me 1 second. She has done her business. Now for Brain Dump, a podcast in which I talk nonsense for however long I want, and it's just whatever, like, it's the title of the podcast. Like, I don't know what more you need me to explain, but this week we are going to talk about the fact that no one seems to be talking about the movie Mickey 17, the film Mickey 17 by Bong Joon-ho. Why is nobody talking about Mickey 17? And also, in this essay, I will try to convince you why you should go see it, because as I just literally said maybe a couple seconds ago, no one's talking about it. So in my mind, if no one's talking about it, no one has either seen it or no one liked it, which I find hard to believe because it was so fucking good. It was just so well thought out, so well created. Truly a movie with no negative notes on my end. So that just led me to be curious about why is no one on the internet seemingly talking about it? Like, no one on Twitter? I don't know if it's just because the hype died down for it or what, but mama, the movie came out mid-March and I'm not hearing a damn peep, okay? Before we dive in, I just want to catch up with you guys because, I feel like the last couple episodes I haven't really been able to get a word in on what's going on in my life. Not that anyone particularly is listening for updates on my life, but I'm going to a Tyler the Creator concert the day after this airs. So if you live in Orlando and you're going to the Kia Center for the Tyler the Creator tour, the Chromacopia tour, mama, say hi to me. I will be there. I have VIP GA, so catch me potentially at Barricade. I want to manifest it. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be close. I'm going to be looking at him. I got to get his attention. I got to say hi. And I'm going to wave and I'm going to try so hard to get his attention, because the last time I went to see him in concert, I can't believe how, watching the videos back of how hard I was trying to get his attention were very, very embarrassing. And they almost made me want to delete the videos in and of themselves, because I'm like, ugh, girl, you really thought he was going to look at you? Psych. Man's got so many people to look at. So yeah, I'm going to that. So please, if you see me, if you know who I am, say hi, and I'll say hi back. I have my outfit ready, picked out, purchased. I'm going to hopefully look so good. I've been seeing TikToks here and there of people's outfits, and yes, I want to look good, but yes, I also want to be comfortable. It's a concert. I'm gonna be standing the whole time. I can't go too crazy. I can't have boob slippage, I'm not that anything I own would even warrant that, but I'm gonna keep it beautiful, comfortable, but also so slay and so hot, and I'm gonna accessorize the fuck out of it, because that's what you have to do when the outfit's basic. Not that it is a super basic outfit, but it kind of just is. It's gonna be a t-shirt and a skirt, a mini skirt. So ass out for Tyler. Hashtag ass out for Tyler, the creator. Yes. And I'm really, really hoping that he brings out Doechii, because it's Florida. Come on. If Doechii doesn't show up, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. Because what do you mean she wasn't available? Because I know she was available. There's nothing she's up to right now. So surely she can come and perform at the Orlando show. Please and thank you. This is my cry for help. Doechii, if you are a Brain Dump fan, please go to the concert. March 22nd, please be there. Thank you. So next episode, I will probably talk about my experience, how it went, what I bought, and so on and so forth. I also wanted to bring up the fact that I haven't done an empties yet. I haven't done an empties yet for the month of February, but that is only because I didn't really have that much. Plus, it was a short month, so it was a little tricky because like the Oscar episode like was at the end of the month, but I needed to make the Oscar episode and I knew it was going to be lengthy. So, you know, that just made it so I have 2 empties to go through for 2 months. So I think that should be a pretty good rundown, I hope. We'll see when we get there, but I mean, I have so many items currently that are like almost empty, and I'm trying to finish it up before the next like episode so that I could show it, but I just end up not finishing it, which is pissing me off, but what the fuck ever, you know? I don't care. What else is going on in my life? Not much more. Dating life, non-existent. Social life, it's there. Hanging on by a thread though. Did I get invited to 3 parties last week and not go to a single one of them? Turn down every single one? Yes. I just wanted to be home. I'm so sorry. Like, the timing couldn't have been worse. Not because I was just like, oh, like I'm too cool for a party. I just like truly wanted to be home. I wanted to get high and be home, and I barely even got to do that, which was actually the saddest thing ever. Plus, I barely had the weekend to myself. I only had 1 day off, and that was Sunday, and I spent it painting my nails, because doing my nails is like a 3 to 4 hour process. And what takes them longest is usually just taking the polish off. I need to find a way to like remove gel in a better way that isn't like just soaking and then like drilling whatever is like on my nails off, because it's pissing me off. You know, by the time I actually get to painting my nails, I've been at it for almost 2 hours, and it's like, bro, I want to kill myself. Like, I can't sit at a chair for this long. It's ridiculous. So if you are a nail tech, or if you do your nails at home and you have like a sort of way to get rid of gel that is better and quicker than the traditional route, please let me know, because mama, I'm gonna do anything to shorten that time, because it should not be taking me 3 to 4 hours to paint my nails. And you know what? Sometimes they end up looking mediocre. So that really pisses me off. I then spent most of my day painting nails that I'm not really too proud of, but I kind of have to live with for the next 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So yeah, please do send any tips and tricks my way, or products even. I don't give a fuck. Mama's gonna buy it. I have been going on walks lately because of how freaking beautiful it is outside every day. And when I'm filming this, it's actually the first day of spring. So happy spring to everybody. Has it felt like spring at all yet? Kind of. It's been raining. It's not super fucking hot, which I can appreciate. It's the one thing about winter that I love the most. I hate that it's dark outside so fast, but I love when it gets to be like 60s, 70s, because yes, in the morning it'll be like 50s and it's cold, but like it's a bearable, almost perfect temperature when I get off of work. And it just makes me so happy because I'm not sweating my ass off in my car on the way home. You know what I mean? I'm just vibing. Like, I'll go on a walk for like 30 to 40 minutes. I barely even break a sweat. And I'm not walking slow by any means. And the sun is out, mama. Like, it's just not hot. It's perfect. The humidity has to be low. I can't imagine it's super high. It doesn't feel like it. So I don't feel sticky or gross anytime I walk outside. And that is, to me, the ideal temperature outside. I don't care. It could be cloudy outside, but if it's like not hot, I'm happy. That's all that matters to me, because I know in the middle of fucking June, July, I'm going to want to kill myself because of how fucking hot it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to go to sleep with a fan on every day because it's just too dang hot. I don't miss that. I don't enjoy that particularly, especially when I have to be inside working or when I have swamp ass. Like, no one wants swamp ass. No one does, I could promise you. Can't really seem to think of much else to update, so we're gonna just get right into Mickey 17. I'm gonna try my best to pitch it to you guys without spoiling it for you guys because, oh my god, it's just such a good movie. Okay, so basically the premise is the main character, Robert Pattinson, also goes by Mickey. He just is Mickey. He and his friend, who's played by Stephen Young, I believe, his name is Timo, and so these two friends open up this macaroon business, and they take out a shit ton of loans, and they realize, like, they thought that a macaroon business was going to be successful, but it turned out not to be as successful. So they're having a hard time paying off these loans from this loan shark, and this loan shark just happens to be like one of the most cutthroat fucking terrible people on this earth, because he likes to murder his like the people that like loan out money from him if they don't pay back their payment in time. And he likes to watch them die, so he will like record it, and he's a freak basically. And he has a ton of associates that will make sure that if he does not get paid, he will kill you. That's just what he likes. So they're just like, I hate this. Like, we can't get out of this. We can't pay him back. Like, we don't want to die. And let's get out of here, because he has associates all over the like face of the earth. So they're like, let's get off of Earth. And they sign up for this space program, like led by a congressman who in a way is kind of giving Trump vibes. Like, the political and religious commentary made on this movie is so good, and it's so relevant. Even though I'm sure they definitely made this movie like at least 3 or 4 years ago, they were so spot on with like a lot of the commentary. They were so spot on with what the commentary of the entire movie is. Like, it's just so good. Like, if there's one thing Bong Joon-ho is gonna do, it's eat it up with the commentary, with the any type of commentary, the culture, the anything. He eats down for that, and I love that. So yeah, so they join this space program, and Mickey signs up to be a quote-unquote expendable. Spoiler, he's the only one in the entire like this new little colony of people that are going out into space to like find life on another planet. So he's an expendable, which means they figured out like this way to clone people, but they only used it to like for research purposes. So he would essentially be the guinea pig of any sort of space situation that they had going on, or when they did eventually land on a planet, he was basically the guinea pig of like figuring out what works, what's in the air, like what's poisonous, blah 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 blah. They just do a bunch of tests on him, hence why he is like the name of the movie, and also he is known for the majority of the movie as Mickey 17. He's the 17th copy of himself. I don't want to spoil too much more because I feel like I am already giving you at least the first like 30 minutes of the movie there, like what I just told you. But yeah, so he just goes through and like I don't it's just so good. It's just so good. I'm not even like a sci-fi person, but it's so good. It's such a beautiful movie as well. Even though it takes place in space and most of it on a ship, if anything, they do such a good job of captivating like the dreariness and the like weird looming sensation of like being in space and just not knowing what you're doing. The hierarchy of like their social structure in the ship is crazy. There's just a lot of commentary for sure on that end of the spectrum. Um so I really do hope that next year this movie is nominated for Oscars because come on. I can already see it being film of the year. It's definitely the best film I've seen this year so far, and I haven't really gone to theaters that often this year, unfortunately, which sucks because I usually do by now, but there was kind of like a gap in time so far this year where there just wasn't anything playing in theaters that was good enough for me to go see. Like I haven't seen the Captain America movie. I have no interest in going to see the Captain America movie. And then there's like not too much crazy stuff like going out. Like I'm gonna go see Opus soon, so I'm excited for that. And I kind of low-key want to see Novocaine, but I don't know. There was a point in time that I noticed in February where almost all of the movies that were out in theaters were less than 2 hours long, which I feel like it's so refreshing because yeah, I just hate how the new standard of like durations of movies have become 2+ hours. And not only is it 2+ hours, but then you're also there for 30 minutes before the movie actually starts because sometimes, most times, movies don't even start at their like start time that they, are posted for. They start like 20, 30 minutes later. So you're in there for almost 3.5 hours. So I can appreciate when a movie is like an hour and a half or like an hour and 40 because my attention span sometimes can't stand to watch 2+ hour movies back to back to back to back to back. Sometimes I feel like you can capture the essence of the movie without having to make it 2+ hours. And I find that sometimes there are also movies that are 2+ hours that could be so significantly like cut down. There were so many unnecessary things that I feel like didn't even help for the plot or whatever the case may be. But yeah, now I'm just going on a tangent. But Mickey 17 is a 2+ hour movie, but it honestly goes by super quick, and I don't feel like there is any point of the film that is unnecessary. Like everything was a good lead up, a good easy timeline to like follow. I had no issues with the time. I think it was like a 2 hour 17 minute long movie. Really easy, really quick watch. I also do think that the casting for this movie was so good. Mark Ruffalo, I never thought I could hate Mark Ruffalo, and I love Mark Ruffalo. I would do anything for that man. I would take a bullet for him. I'm pretty sure in my Weird Men I Like episode, I mentioned him as one of the men that I like. Not that he's even weird looking in any way or capacity. I think he's a pretty decently average looking actor. I just love him so much. He's so beautiful. But they really fucking found a way to make him look terrible with those goddamn veneers. I know that that was the point, but at the same time, I could not stand his face in this movie, which is good. Like it did what it was supposed to. It made me never feel like I needed to root for this guy ever. Neither his, like nor his wife, played by Toni Collette. I believe is her name, Toni Collette. Yeah. She's the mom in Hereditary, if that means anything to anybody. She's just an icon. Enough said. But yeah, the casting was so good. Wonderful. And the fact that Stephen Young was in it, who, if you don't know, or if you've never watched Invincible, it's an amazing show on Amazon. It's an animated like superhero show, whatever, based on a comic book, whatever. He's like the main character, so all I could hear when he was talking was his voice as Invincible, because he doesn't like make a weird voice when he's doing the voiceover for the show. He just talks like normal. So it worked out really well. Like, I love Invincible, so I loved hearing his voice any chance I got. I did enjoy that. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but I went to go see it twice. And honestly, I could see it a third time. I even joked, what if I watched it 17 times? It'd be really funny. And I would totally do it for the bit. Cuz I don't mind. That's a lot of hours though. Cuz imagine 2 hours times 17, that's 34. That's a lot. That's over a day's worth of movie. That's like if I went to go see it from one day to the next, like the whole day. That'd be crazy. But I would do it for the bit again. Apparently, it's supposed to be coming out on streaming soon. I don't even know where. It might just be like available to rent off of like Amazon or something. But I think that's crazy because for the most part, like a lot of companies have contracts to where they can't release certain movies on streaming until it's like been out in theaters for, I believe it's like a month or two. There's like a certain amount of weeks to it, whatever the case may be, but like legally they're not allowed to put things out onto streaming like that fast unless they're doing streaming and theatrical release at the same time. So wherever it happens to be, my guess is probably HBO Max or Max. Please watch it. And if you haven't seen Parasite either, make it a fucking double feature at that point, because what the fuck you mean you didn't see Parasite? What do you mean in the year of 2020 you weren't like, "Oh, I'm so bored. Let me watch the biggest movie at the time." Like, it was so good. And I'm like shocked to this day that a lot of people, at least some people I'm friends with, have never seen Parasite. It's such a good watch. I made my parents watch it. That's how you know it's good. Because my parents hate the movies I put on. It's the one thing growing up, I like, at least the last couple years of high school, I would go see movies with my parents all the time, or we would just have like movie nights at home. And whenever it was me putting on the movies, they were just like, to give you a vibe, it was like Hereditary, like the weirdest fucking movies. Not to me, but to them, it was a weird concept. They did not fuck with it. They were like, they always had this sort of expectation whenever I put on a movie. They were like, God, why would you make this? Why would you make us watch this? Like, I don't like any of the movies you put on. So I always had to come to like a sort of what's the word I'm looking for? A compromise. And I don't fuck with that. Like, just let my freak flag fly and like let me enjoy whatever movies I want. But yeah, Parasite was one of those movies that we watched together, I think during the pandemic, and I really enjoyed it. It's such a good movie. Also a movie that I consider like highly just an easy watch. Like, I'm pretty sure it's highly regarded in my Letterboxd for sure. And I've only seen it once, but I still remember, like, I'm pretty sure a good amount of it, at least from what I can recall. I can definitely try to recall majority of the movie, but ain't nobody got time to listen to me talk about it like that. If I really wanted to, I would. Another thing I had figured out or like discovered was that I've seen a lot of, I'm pretty sure I talked about this at some point in one of my last couple episodes, because I feel like I'm having deja vu right now that I've mentioned this before, but I've seen a lot of Robert Pattinson movies without even doing it on purpose. Like, I've seen Tenet, I've seen Lighthouse, I've seen a lot of like the newer, bigger movies that he's been in, and I even went as far as to go on his Wikipedia because I was like, let me look into him. Let me look, because I think I wanted to talk about this movie for an episode when I'd gone to see it, but then I never did. And I found out apparently that Robert Pattinson, I think when he was like 12 or something, got arrested for shoplifting porn mags. Yeah, that's your boy right there. Stole porn magazines. Just something to note. I really don't have much else to say about the movie. Just that I think everyone should go see it, and please give it the time of day. I think it's so worth going to see in theaters. Like, even if you don't go to theaters very often, this is definitely one you're gonna want to sit down and watch. Even buy popcorn for, because it's good. It's that fucking good, okay? Get yourself a little treat, get seated, and go watch. I feel like guilty almost ending the episode there, but I kind of just have nothing else to talk about. I wanted to talk about Mickey 17, and I talked about Mickey 17, so what else can a girl say? It's a good movie. Go watch it. Like, I can't stress it enough. If there's no Mickey 17 fans, I'm dead. So there's that. Let me know if y'all have seen any other Bong Joon-ho movies that are worth watching. I know that like he has some really, really, really good movies. I don't doubt it. But if he has some that like you personally know about that I did not mention or have never mentioned, which honestly might be most of them, I think I've maybe seen like 2 or 3 of his movies in my lifetime. So I have a lot to catch up on, but let me know if there's any that you think are like so fucking good, like I have to watch it right now type shit. Because I will. I like to watch movies. You know me. I went to movie school after all to talk about this sort of stuff, I guess. Not really what I envisioned when I went to school for film, but I'm not mad at it. I do love to review a movie. And y'all know this. This is not news. All right. That is the end of this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what to talk about next. I have no idea. Like, I'm kind of running very low on episode ideas. I was thinking of doing a sort of we listen, we don't judge episode where you guys send in submissions and I do like a little episode with a friend because I think it would be really funny and really fun. So let me know if you guys would be interested in doing that or having me do that or listen to that. But yeah, I will see you guys next week. And I hope you guys have a great week, great weekend, great day, all of it, great month. Stay sexy, question mark. Stay sexy, period. Declarative, mama. I love y'all, and I'll see you later.